Hey,
Hello, everybody. Excited utterance here, and I talk.
Holly. Yes.
Hey, and I look the right way for once.
Yay. Good job. Atta girl.
Yeah. Hi, hi, hi. And today is a good day. In fact, it's evening for most of you, and it's romance night.
Yes. Rawr.
Mm,
Between you and
rawr.
me.
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh, well, I was
Well,
misled about the topic of this stream.
oh, okay, right. No, that's not what's going on at all. um, um,
Awkward.
they're awkward.
Somebody got turned down.
There are some people in here, but they're not chatting. There's some people hiding.
I know.
So show yourselves, people. Oh, hello, Peace Peony.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hi. So if any of you watch The Bachelor, speak now. I know that
Yes.
might be why that's why people are hiding. Because they don't
That
want to
could
admit
be.
it, maybe. That might be why they don't want to
Thankfully, I've
admit
never
it.
watched it.
Oh, really? I don't
No, I don't
believe you
care about
either.
that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. American or Voice or American Idol. I pretty much broke up with a girl because she watched The Voice.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah,
Really?
and she had hairy armpits.
Okay, that's more of a reason. That's more of a reason.
And she voted for Obama.
Okay. I can see that now. I can see you
Drone
breaking
strike
up with her
something
over
else.
that. Okay, yeah, I can see all the reasons now. All the reasons are adding up.
And
okay,
yeah.
So
Go ahead.
hello, Digger. Good to see you too. All right, so all the reasons. Let's get into this. So this is controversial plus. So The Bachelor. His name's Clayton. And after his reign on The Bachelor, and I'm not really sure how The Bachelor works. Is there one Bachelor and there's a bunch of chicks? Is that how it works? Hey, I'm bronzed.
I think so. I think that's how it works, and they all compete. I've never watched an episode.
No, half Irish. I managed to get my clothes on.
What about Jimmy John's?
No, Jimmy Jams. That's pajamas.
Oh, I thought it was a sandwich.
No. Earlier, I was over in MLS's chat, and I was threatening to go live in my Jimmy Jams just so I could get a redirect of 100 people. But I was only kidding. I really wouldn't do that.
Oh, thanks, Digger.
Hey. You enjoyed what? The live with Max? Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's so nice. Everyone's so kind. Okay. So, yeah. The Bachelor, I don't really understand how it works. I would love people to be brave enough to get in chat today and be like, this is how The Bachelor works, and I watched it, and go ahead and tell us everything. P.S. If you notice today that my screen's looking better, I am more lively, I'm less laggy, everything's working so much better.
You're frozen.
I am not. And don't tell me. I'm not going to believe you. I'm not going to believe you. Hey, David, there's a link there if you want it. And if you, I will believe you if you tell me you didn't watch The Bachelor. But I think you did. Okay, if you think that everything's working so much better for me today, it's because I'm now poor.
Yes.
Yeah, I just spent my daughter's high school fund on a new Mac. I'm not kidding. She's going to high school next year, and I needed $5,000 for her to go to high school.
Seriously?
And now I've got $2,000 for her to go to high school.
There's plenty of time.
I'm not kidding.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, no, I gotta make up that from somewhere. Yeah. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is where you are. Hello,
Wait, don't you have like public school there or something?
I'm not putting her into public school.
Well, okay, that's.
I have standards.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you don't want her to learn how to be a trans man and.
No, she is booked in to go to a very good private school. Thank you.
Oh, look at la-di-da.
La-di-da. Yeah, no, I need to find some more money for her tuition now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it on Afterpay. That's what we call it. Do you know what Afterpay is?
No.
Nah, okay.
I
It's
can
where you
guess.
you pay it off,
Oh,
basically. Yeah, yeah. Darling, you bigot. No.
I know our public school is so great here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. So, uh, this lady who was doing The Bachelor, oh my God, she apparently is a bit of not just a little bit of a WHO something. She's also a serial litigator. It seems she likes to go into court and take her old boyfriends to court. Apparently, and let's just see.
Yeah.
First,
I
what we're
had
going to do is
the chick I picked up on the side of a Mesa highway try to do that with me.
really.
That bitch did not get a cent from me.
And she was looking in the wrong place. She was looking for a dude with deep pockets. She got
Uh-huh.
she did.
Should have gone to Scottsdale instead.
What did they say? Is this because they aired that section of hers? What section? What are you talking about? Oh, the sex
Oh,
scene of hers.
did they?
Oh, no, she wasn't on the Bachelor.
Oh,
This chick. Nah, this is not her.
oh.
This is just some chick he picked up randomly afterwards. So, dudes, don't think with the wrong head. This is the problem, right? You need to think with this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is
By the way, I need to
it.
write Jody Arias. I'll try to remember to do that tomorrow.
Sure, I'm glad they do background checks on it because I'm pretty sure she wasn't a contestant.
No, I think she was just some
Nah,
other hoe bag.
it's just some other hoe bag, yeah. Yeah, I only watched the first 2 seasons and I got bored. Look, I don't blame you, half Irish, and I'm surprised you even watched that much. You're a really smart lady. But we all need our relaxation time. Okay, so let's go. Now, this is the TikTok that I chose to help explain this. And let's just make
Bachelor
sure.
Clayton Echard's ex-fling has demanded he take a paternity test in court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun. The former season 26 Bachelor and his ex from the show, Susie Evans, publicly announced their split in September of 2022 after getting back together earlier in the year. Clayton has not publicly dated anyone since then. Now the U.S. Sun can reveal from court filings that he had been in talks with another girl shortly after that time, but she wishes to remain anonymous. The 33-year-old podcast host from Scottsdale, Arizona, claimed she had a one-night stand with
I
Clayton
grew up there.
that allegedly led to her becoming pregnant with twins.
I wonder if I
On
met her.
August 1st, she filed a lawsuit in an Arizona family court demanding he take a paternity test after he didn't believe he was the father of her unborn twins. The lawsuit was also filed to put a parenting plan in place if,
twins.
in fact, he is the father. She's expected to give birth in early to mid-February of
Seriously?
2024.
Dude,
When contacted by the U.S. Sun, Clayton said, "My response is
pause
in the
it.
court documents."
Yeah.
What he's saying is he picked up a girl on the side of a Scottsdale highway,
Uh-huh.
and she's suing him. See?
Yeah.
I couldn't get a Scottsdale highway girl. I can pull off a Mesa on-ramp girl, but not a Scottsdale one. North Scottsdale, no, they're too classy for me.
Really? Okay. So
North Scottsdale is really stuck up.
Okay, I think there's one sort of common factor here. It's these side of the highway girls.
Why?
Right. Well, they're problematic, obviously.
Where do you meet a partner?
Okay, well, I like brown men, so I just like
Arizona.
IT lines.
Okay.
You call up IT help desks and you flirt with them.
Okay, that works. That
works.
Yeah,
or Uber drivers.
Or just like I do with prison
Quickie Marts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quickie Marts.
Sal's sister. Hey Luna, how's it going? And hey Christine. So Christine, did you know that the lawsuit involves Sal's sister?
Yes, she's a hoe bag.
Can I fix your PC? Hey, I just spent $3,000 on a new one. So I don't know about the
I told her
one.
to just get a $500 PC, but no.
No. Oh, hey Wendy. Hey, it's good to see you here.
How are you?
Yeah. The other one sitting here, powering up another screen, just like David's. You should see my mission control that I've got going on. It's like I've got Sal under surveillance. So yeah, I'll show you. I'll upload a photo of it to Discord later.
Nice.
Hey Sue, good to see
Hey.
you. All right, let's see the rest of this.
I'm not giving it the time of day because it's baseless. We did not have sexual intercourse.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right.
so he did the Mark Jensen.
Yeah, apparently. Right. Now, also, meanwhile, in regard to this lady who is making this allegation, now it said there that she wanted to remain anonymous. She ain't remaining anonymous because she's a podcaster, for one thing. She apparently has this very successful podcast. Now, meanwhile, there is a Reddit group which was set up to out her. And
She's gay.
here it is. No, she really isn't.
You said out her.
Yeah, well, okay. And here it is. Here's this Reddit group. And just even yesterday on this Reddit group, because it's called r/Laura Owens. Her name is Laura Owens. Of course, her name's going to get out there. She sued him. That is public information. Now, just yesterday, this excellent Reddit post came out, which gives you a full timeline of events. So I thought what we might do before we get into the actual court hearing, which is it's quite short. It's only maybe an hour or so. And it's crazy, by the way. This is why we're streaming this today, because it's nuts, guys. Hold on to your hats. Just
Pretty
wait
nuts.
until you see what this lady does in court. Oh my God. It's great evening viewing. But before we get into that, I just want you guys to have a bit of a backstory as to what this lady.
We just want you guys
gets
to
up
have
to.
one.
Reach around.
A reach around. Yeah, indeed. Okay, so let us do a little bit of a Sal, you know what? You're here for a reason. You're not just a pretty face.
Thank you.
Yeah. How about we get together and do this as a dramatic reading?
Okay. Starting at the top.
Yeah, full-time blood events.
I put together a rough timeline of alleged events related to Laura Owens' lawsuit, past relationships, and current dispute with Clayton Echard, The Bachelor, Season 26. This is not a complete list, nor is it perfectly accurate. Please do not reach out to Laura Owens. Please do not post any contact information for her in the comments or in this sub. Feel free to add or correct in the comments and I'll edit the post. ! I still need lots of source links, so I'm grateful for comments with those two.
That was nice the way you changed tone there. Yeah, and you're right on, Bron. She is ruining the good name of Laura. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we thought that Becky was getting a bad rap.
Yeah.
But now it's
Not
Laura.
my Kenosha Becky. She's great.
Yeah,
She's
nah.
my source
She's your source. She's
for Mark
secret source.
Jensen peen pics.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. So current and past litigation.
Laura has restraining orders, also called OOPS, against
Oops.
Michael M., Greg G., and Clayton E., and has attempted, but failed, to get one against YouTuber Dave Neal. Greg G. and Clayton E. have OOPS against her. She sued Greg G. for abortion coercion and emotional distress. Award sought was $40,000.
You can
These-
say $40,000. Come on now.
These lawsuits were dismissed by a judge. She has threatened defamation lawsuits against Dave Neal, Reality Steve, Law Talk with Mike, and podcasters in general who cover the story without platforming her. Uh-oh.
What?
You're going to get sued.
Oh yeah, I'm really worried.
Or
I'm
I
not
could
the
get
lawyer
sued.
here.
She's in Arizona.
Well, yeah, but you're not doing this. It's me.
Fair enough.
And she can threaten away. What's she going to do?
I'm not worried. She has an ongoing lawsuit against Dave Neal for harassment due to his public coverage of these court cases on his YouTube channel. She has an inactive paternity suit against Clayton E. The case was moved to the inactive calendar after multiple DNA tests. Multiple DNA tests failed to
Dinner.
prove paternity or pregnancy.
Okay, moving on.
I wonder if she's single.
Okay, shut up. Well, she's nearby.
Yeah, I know. Laura begins relationship with Michael Marashini, MM. According to Michael, via court records, he tried to escape the relationship prior to an upcoming Iceland trip and was coerced by Laura's parents because Laura was threatening self-deletion. Ron Owens, her father, begged Michael to stay in contact with her because her life was at risk and that he would help him get out of this relationship afterwards once she was safe. Source below. Yes, she puts out.
That's true on Rose. She definitely puts out. Okay, do you want me to keep going? Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, right. There we go. December 30, 2016. Go.
Laura and Iceland trip, which she later described in her TEDx talk. March 2017, ends relationship with Laura. She claims he impregnated her. I don't know what that means. But later in court documents, it was revealed. She admitted she lied about that, apologized about the self-deletion threats, and there was never any issues of a physical issue between them. Once finally ended things, she started stalking him, and he filed a restraining order. That is when she accused him of physically assaulting and raping her. And those are the reasons, presumably, she has an order of protection against him. She claims to have aborted the alleged pregnancy.
Sources needed.
Yes, sauce needed.
Sauce needed.
Laura files a domestic violence suit against Michael Marachini in San Francisco County. Laura and Greg Gillespie go on 3 dates, after which he tells her he doesn't want to continue dating. Source OOP expert included below.
Okay, so he dumps her, right?
Yeah. Laura and Greg have intercourse. After one of their dates, 11 days after they have schmecks. She tells him she's pregnant. Around this time, she told Greg that she would let him have control of the outcome of the pregnancy if he committed to being in a relationship with her. Sauce needed. Laura sends photo of an ultrasound to Greg depicting her alleged pregnancy with his twins. Greg reverse. Greg's a smarty pants. Greg reverse image searches the photo and finds it online. She just went to Google Photos
and found an ultrasound photo. She just went and found an ultrasound photo online and sent it to him. And he went and reverse image searched it. Oh my God.
Laura files lawsuit against Greg for abortion coercion. According to court docs, I've never heard of it before, but
wow.
I mean, I'm not exactly in a place where I'm knocking women up left and right, so
really, Sal?
Yeah. Well, except the Mason
I thought you were.
Girl.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
But I swear that bitch already had a kid.
That's true.
Laura files a lawsuit against Greg for abortion coercion, according to court documents.
Wendy! Same. Let's all send ultrasound photos to Sal. David, send ultrasound photos to Sal.
It is his belief that she was never pregos. She also admitted to filing a bar complaint against her lawyer after her lawyer withdrew from the case. No. Greg Gillespie files for oops against Laura. He claims she tried to get him fired for breaking up with her. Half Irish.
Okay. What's this TEDx talk? Get the
TEDx
voice
talk.
ready.
Oh, TEDx talk about Laura's relationship with and domestic violence comes out. Right? Seriously. The country went to hell when we closed the mental hospitals.
Yeah.
In Laura alleges she was drugged and essayed. See Exhibit 4 below. In an email to the judge, Laura accuses Greg Gillespie and his attorney being involved in the March 4th assault. Laura claims the FBI investigated the incident, but it is unknown if that is true. Mega sounds great again.
It's called Flowers by Irene, all right?
Yeah. Laura claimed the FBI investigated the incident, but it is unknown if that is true or if the investigation resulted in anything. It is unknown if this incident was reported to the police.
Okay, hang on, moving on.
Miss Owens, ex parte communication with the court is not allowed. I am copying opposing counsel on this email so that counsel is aware of what I'm telling you. This email address is for informational purposes only. If you want to provide the judge with this substantive information regarding your case, you must do so in accordance with the rules.
Okay. Is this from her? Oh, this is from her.
Yeah.
Can we zoom it up? Hang on. Do I need to zoom it up?
I'm not controlling it, sweetie.
I know that. I'm asking you if you need it zoomed up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Can you read it?
Hi, Marlene. I hate to email you again, but there is a major issue with the defendant, Mr. Gregory Gillespie, and his attorney, Mr. Greg Woodnick, that needs to be brought to Judge Baku's attention privately before she rules on the motion to extend, filed by my now former attorney, Carl Ramos, as I have. On March 4th, 2022, I was drugged, violently assaulted, and essayed. I have strong reasons to believe that both the defendant and his counsel were involved. What? And there is pending FBI investigation regarding the incident. To my knowledge, neither the defendant nor his counsel are aware that they are being looked into. I was worried that submitting a motion ex parte could accidentally be publicly e-filed and accessed by them, which would pose a threat to my safety. I apologize for sending an email, but I could not think of any other way to alert Judge Baku about this without giving the other side confidential information about what has transpired.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Hearing on Greg's motion to dismiss CV 2021052893, Owens versus Gillespie, abortion coercion case in Maricopa. Judge dismisses CV 2021-052893, Owens v. Gillespie. May 2023. Clayton and Laura Owens meet after Laura reached out for real estate assistance. Ooh, I need to learn.
Oh, what? Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Why would Clayton and Laura Owens meet after Laura reached out for real estate assistance?
They have intimate encounter described by Clayton as only oral sex.
Oh,
so they did the Clayton.
So it was just a blowy.
Clayton tells Laura the next day that it was a mistake.
Yeah, she used her teeth.
Hopefully she didn't save it and use a turkey baster.
Okay, I don't know if I want to read all this.
That's fine.
Let's keep going.
Clayton asks Laura to leave him alone and tells her he's considering contacting the police.
Yeah, get the hell away from me, woman.
11 days after their intimate encounter, Laura claims she had her first positive pregnancy test. Sauce. Around this time, she told Clayton that they would let him have control of the outcome of the pregnancy if he committed to being in a relationship and loving and caring for her. Laura claims that Clayton purchased a pregnancy test and asked her to urinate in front of him to confirm the pregnancy. Didn't realize. Oh, I'm getting titillated. Laura's Iceland story is published in Chicken Soup for the Soul. Laura emails Clayton's parents inviting them to her ultrasound. Laura files in family court against Clayton. Arizona Real Estate Department sends Clayton a notice he violated realtor conduct. This was after Laura filed a complaint against him. Sauce, Superior Court of Arizona, Maricopa County Proceedings of CV 2023-0539. Laura goes to the Sun and Medium with an anonymous article. Laura posts prof on Reddit, including links to her public Dropbox.
It's proof.
With photos of her pregnant belly and text/emails from Clayton.
Okay, I've heard that she wore a fake belly thing.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Everybody wants to
allegedly.
Everybody wants to bask in the glow of motherhood.
Yeah, they do.
Clayton takes his side of paternity test. Laura is photographed competing in an equestrian jumping competition, allegedly 20 weeks pregnant with twinsies. No baby bump seen.
Well, they are removable, those baby bump
true.
things. Yeah, like you can take them off.
DNA test results come back. Clayton announces little to no fetal DNA on his Instagram.
Hang on, little to no. But it's either none or you can't have little.
It's percentages. Like 99.9% likely to be the father.
No. If there's little, if she's not pregnant, she's not pregnant. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. Keep going.
Dave Neal breaks story that on October 11th, Laura had circulated her alleged sonogram video to the media, which was later proved to be an edited 6-year-old sonogram from an unrelated YouTuber. Laura later claims Greg Gillespie hacked into her account and released the fake sonogram. Laura sends Dave Neal a cease and desist letter for the coverage. At some point in October, November this year, Laura files a restraining order against Dave Neal. It's denied by the judge on 1A concerns.
Right. Well, he has his free speech.
Yeah. Clayton wins his injunction against harassment. Laura is seen drinking an energy drink, Monster.
Yeah, that's today. We're going to see that. Yeah.
Clayton claims that Laura got him fired from speaking gigs and reported him to the Real Estate Commission. Judge sides with Clayton due to the 500 plus messages he received after he asked her to stop contacting him and blocked her.
Really?
Dave Neal has served lawsuit from Laura for harassment and revenge porn.
Revenge porn?
The photo she cites as RP is one she herself published in her public Dropbox evidence folder.
She put photos of herself in a public Dropbox folder, and then Dave Neal, and you guys have a First Amendment there, just shared what was public, and she is suing him for revenge porn. Harassment and revenge porn. Okay. Yep. Righto. Keep going.
Video surfaces of Laura's alleged moon bump moving wildly during court hearing against Clayton. Judge throws out Laura's suit for emotional damage against Greg Gillespie. Source news leaks that Laura Owens is trying to change her name to Emily Wilson.
Okay.
Laura filed a police report on Greg for violating his by allegedly posting her private info to Reddit under various alt accounts. Detectives found no evidence of her claims and closed the police investigation. Hashtag 23-20074. Laura sent mass email to podcasters threatening to sue them for defamation if they cover the case without platforming her. Well,
Without platforming her.
Laura,
Okay.
seriously, contact me. Contact.
Yeah, hello.
I would love to have you on.
Yeah, come on right now. I'll send you a link. Where are you?
I will platform that ass so hard.
Laura, right now, let's go. If you're here, if you're watching, if you're thinking about suing my Australian bum,
we'll do a follow-up if you want.
Let's go. Right? Any of us. Come on, right now.
Reality Steve offers Laura a platform to share her story.
Oh, right. Reality Steve's already done it.
Offer, instead threatens to sue him. Laura pulls out, phrasing, out of the Las Vegas National Horse Jumping Competition after it leaks on Reddit that she was signed up to compete while allegedly 6 months pregnant with twins. It has been rumored that she then attempted to compete under an alias, but it's not been corroborated. Laura and Clayton's paternity case gets moved to the inactive calendar because of lack of movement. Talk with Mike covers the case and offers Laura a platform to prove her pregnancy. She does not accept, instead threatens to sue him. Neal breaks story that a third DNA test came back with little to no fetal DNA. Laura submits criminal complaint against Neal with LADA. Laura publishes Medium blog called Unveiling the Unbearable, My Battle Against Cyberbullying and Online Harassment.
My battle.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I've had about enough of that. That's crazy. And thank you, Sal. That was one of your best, I've got to say. Really, like, you've outdone yourself today. Let's start, shall we? This is pretty mammoth, this one. This is a Zoom hearing. It gets pretty intense. There is Mr. Bachelor there. And that's his attorney.
Ooh.
And over on the right,
She's a saucy little meat.
she is, isn't she?
I mean,
you can see that waiting in the lobby, that up at the top there, it says waiting in the lobby is Laura.
Hi, Laura. Hi.
Come on, Laura.
Come on. Let's admit my babe.
She said. She does sound Amber Turd nuts. She may even be a little more nuts than Amber Turd.
How is her bathroom etiquette?
I think I do. I do have it on my computer. Okay. So,
I mean, if I sleep with her, I want to make sure I'm not going to wake up with a turd in my bed.
I think that might be the least of your worries.
I think that that's the one then. Because ours started at 55, and 16, I think, would have been your last one. That would have been.
Okay, we'll go 1.25 for now until we get into the juicy bits.
I didn't know that the court was going to lodge it like that. Like, I'm used to
Be right back.
You're right.
But I they're going to lodge it like all the other ones.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, and then that one, that was just a mistake. Don't even worry about it. I'm not going to try to admit it.
Awesome, thank you.
Hello. Who have we got here? Where is Bobby's here somewhere? Hello, Bobby. What you up to, Bobby? Who's this goofy what's? Vagin. I don't know what you're saying half the time. Okay, so the lady waiting in the lobby, Laura, is the litigant, I think they call it. So she is suing this guy. Here she comes. This guy is the Bachelor. And there she is. There's Laura. Laura Owens says that she is pregnant with twins to him.
And we're here today in the matter of Clayton Echard versus Laura Owens, CV
He denies it.
2053952. We will start by having everyone state their names. Ms. Arena, if you want to begin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deandra Arena, counsel for the plaintiff, Clayton Echard. I'm also accompanied by Isabel Rainey from my office, who's an associate.
You, Mr. Echard? Thank you.
There is a restraining order. He's got a restraining order against her.
On Microsoft Teams.
Thank you. Ms. Owens, if you can say your name for me.
Laura Owens.
Here we
Thank
go.
you. All right, so this is the continuation of
He's
the
saying she's
contested
faking the
hearing that
pregnancy.
we,
And that-
held on October 24th. Before we start, I guess we'll discuss that there was a request to have the hearing not put on live stream. The
Okay.
court granted that. Then there was an objection to that file. The court had granted it prior to the objection, but I've reviewed the objection. At this time, I'm still ordering that the live stream not be active during the hearing. The courtroom is still open. Anyone who wants to come to the courthouse can view the hearing in the courthouse, but I'm not having the hearing live stream. We also had a notice of supplemental allegations filed on October 31st. Mr. Lopez, did you have an opportunity to review that?
I did have an opportunity to review it, and I'd like to object on a handful of different reasons, Your Honor. And if you'd like, I can present those now.
Sure.
So in regard to the amendment, Your Honor, generally what happens in these order of protection hearings or injunction against harassment hearings, the petitioner is able to amend their petition at the beginning of the hearing before we've even started to determine what the scope of the hearing should be in regard to. In this particular instance, Clayton did not have those in his petition, and we are now 4/5 of the way through his petition. Not only that, we've started the hearing and he's ended his case in chief. We've already presented now. He's ended his testimony. He's ended entering his exhibits. We've moved on to the defense case in chief, and we're 4/5 again.
Okay,
4/5
so that's clearly
If
her
it was
attorney.
all complete on the
Laura's.
same day, he wouldn't get that opportunity to now amend his petition once we're already about to get to the end of the hearing. Just because he's now hired counsel doesn't give him a new opportunity to now amend the petition or add exhibits or add testimony. That would essentially be restarting this whole hearing over again, opening up the petitioner to be able to testify and then cross-examination, and then we would have to get a chance to respond. That wouldn't make any sense. It's too late now.
So keep in mind, guys, she's supposedly
If you wanted to be heard,
I do, Your Honor.
pregnant with twins
you can remain seated.
Okay.
For the microphone.
and due to give birth in January.
Your Honor, with respect to our request to amend pursuant to Rule 38D, it's our position that we are able to amend at this point in time. Mr. Echard has already provided testimony to support these new allegations in his case in chief. I believe the purpose of Rule 38 is in part for judicial economy. As the court's well aware, Mr. Echard could proceed with filing an additional injunction against harassment at a later date. So we're really just doing this to ensure that the court has all the necessary allegations to proceed with making a determination in this hearing today. I don't believe it's prejudicial whatsoever. Again, the testimony has already been provided to support these new allegations, and I think it's important that they be added so that the court can make a determination today, and Mr. Echard doesn't have to come back another time with a new injunction.
All right, thank you. So when I first received it, I was concerned that we were, just adding stuff at the last second. I do think that these are just making more specific allegations that we did discuss, that Mr. Lopez did have an opportunity to cross-examine him about, because they were based on exhibits that were already admitted and have already been admitted at this time. So I will allow the amended allegations at this time over the objection. But I do have the same concerns Mr. Lopez expressed, which is we're not restarting this hearing. And so the reason we reset it was so that Mr. Lopez could ask Ms.
She's more interested in her hair.
Whatever exhibits they were choosing to admit. Mr. Echard, I have given him an opportunity to give the opportunity to review those exhibits prior to those being admitted, since he hadn't had an opportunity to see those. So where we are in the case is that Ms. Owens has testified primarily. She is going to, I guess, finish her testimony through
No,
whatever exhibits.
I'm pretending to be Laura.
Lopez wants
Take my
to
glasses off.
submit. And then Eckert would have the opportunity to cross-examine Ms. Owens, because that part he hadn't concluded yet.
I'll do
And
a
then
background blur.
enhancement. So that's kind of where we are. Okay.
Just a question, Your Honor. So I understand that you're going to allow
Where do
the
babies come
amended
from?
petition, but as far as the exhibits that the petitioner was trying to supplement, those are not being included. Is that correct? He's not getting the opportunity to admit additional exhibits. Is that correct?
I mean, I guess the only thing I have about the exhibits, and I haven't seen that, I haven't reviewed all of those exhibits. The only thing I don't know about any of the exhibits is if they were in response to any of the exhibits that you have, I guess is what I'm not.
And I guess I'm not sure either.
I guess that's the only thing I don't know, but at this point, I do think his, case has been basically concluded.
Okay. My final question is, as far as this hearing, I know it indicates in the minute entry, it was, we were just going to go for 30 minutes. Is that 30 minutes altogether? Is that 30 minutes for us to present our exhibits? Is that broken down? I just want to make sure that I'm efficient with my time as best I can be.
I mean, ideally, we're here for 30 minutes, but I will extend it to 45 minutes to allow everyone to do closing.
Well, I don't have a can of Monster. She's
and
drinking Monster.
examination time would be the 30 minutes.
Okay. Is it about 20 or is it like 15 and 15? I just want to make
About 20 is fine, and then 15, 10 minutes to cross-examine.
I wouldn't be drinking Monster
All right.
if I was pregnant.
Your Honor, with respect to the
Just
exhibits,
saying.
they are, for the most part,
Well-
sufficient exhibits with respect to Ms. Owens.
Wish it was like a Red Bull, then we
That's
could do
what
like
we're using
give your
for
baby a
the
wings joke.
question. They are responsive
It's the
to,
same.
defendant's
I know.
exhibits here. So if
Monster
you
does seem
are-
appropriate,
that's
Daniel.
what the supplemental exhibits are for.
And I mean, I think you could use them for impeachment purposes if you felt they would be relevant.
Hang on.
I just don't know if she has them to look at.
They were disclosed to Mr. Lopez on, I believe, yesterday morning.
I was able to send them on the phone, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
And Your Honor, one last thing. While I understand and respect the court's decision regarding the courtroom being closed for live stream, I do have concerns regarding the fact that Ms. Owens is present virtually and who's present, in her household and who else is being able to listen to this. My client, unfortunately, with this hearing not being able to be live streamed, is being precluded from having any of his family, friends, or any other persons that may want to listen in and support him from being able to do that. So I would just ask that the court at least confirm with Ms. Owens that no one is present. I know this is hard to confirm, but that's one of our concerns.
Okay, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously his family can be here, and I'm not sure he has a 10 people here, but Ms. Owens, is anyone else with you?
No, I'm in a casita by myself.
A casino.
I can also pay
No, can you turn it up?
that nobody else is present.
I can't hear it.
Helpful.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, so Mr. Lopez, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. I want to turn the court's attention to, and I'll jump around here a little bit, but Exhibit 38. And Your Honor, do you have that available? It's a video.
Do you have the sound booster?
You can hook up to that, to your
Ah,
computer.
yeah,
so
hang on.
I can make your presenter.
I can play it on my computer. Is that we can? I can bring it up there.
Yeah, if you want to present it, then I can make you a presenter, and you can. Well, actually, because I think you need a little hookup
Better?
to that.
Yeah, there's some technical.
Not great. I can turn it up on my end. I just don't know how everybody is hearing it.
What was that, Your Honor?
I'm trying to get my JA to bring in the little extra extension thing that I think you need.
Nipples.
You might want to try maxing it out if you haven't. Okay, yeah, it's still low. I mean, do your best.
And I think they just hook up to the thing, and then you can hook them up to the.
How's the sound now?
But then I think they need to hook up to that.
A little better, but not great.
Is there another cord that needs to be plugged in?
I'm not 100%, but it looks, I think there's a cord already there, maybe.
This would be the one who was,
It's really loud in my ears.
How am I in your ears?
I'm going to try to
Really?
either A or B, but
You might have to turn down your audio on your computer and then just blast this. It's not easy running audio or video, is it?
working?
I mean, I need you a presenter, but I don't see anything currently. I just see you right now. But if you, I don't know if you want to try.
Or I can try running it. Well, I'd rather you run it if possible.
Sal, you're muted.
No, I'm not. Can you hear me?
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah.
How about now, Your Honor?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Are you playing
Yeah.
something or?
Not yet, but I wasn't sure if it would be.
Yeah. Can you turn it up more or no?
That's about it now.
Anything.
You can hear
It's over to
Sal.
you.
Can you hear the court?
No.
You
Sure,
can't hear the court.
Okay.
So you want
No.
me to come up and see it too, or?
All right, hang on. I'm going to pause the court. So can you guys just not hear the court at all?
It's very, very, very faint. Oh, shush, Bobby.
All right, hang on. Let me try again. So basically, what I've got is I have my volume is on 800% voice boost, and I'm on full volume.
It feels like it hasn't even turned up at all.
Really? Okay, I'm going to reset it.
Or just send me the link and
No. I want it to work. All right, so
Okay.
all right, so it's on 100% right now,
That's
and it's
38.
how low is it right now?
I
Very
believe I
low.
know the one that you're
Okay,
referring to
now
as
I'm going to volume
I
it,
have in front of me, but I
volume
believe
boost
it's
it
a
up.
video of my pregnant stomach. Is that correct?
Yeah. Is this an accurate video of you?
So it's actually not showing up at all on mine. Your Honor, I can see you and I can see Mr. Echard's counsel, but I can't see my.
Can you hear the difference?
nope.
You can't see me.
No, you can maybe put it near the.
All right.
We might be able to see it just on the.
I'll send you a link for.
You can see all the participants.
You can see you. Well, can you see him now?
I cannot. I can only see you and I can see Mr. Echard's counsel.
I mean, I can maybe unmake you a presenter because I think maybe that's what happened.
All right. I'll give it to you for a minute, and then we're going to try it again later.
I cannot.
You meant the link.
Can you put something on your screen?
Shut up.
Hey, that's a tactic agreement. She said she's going to give it to me for a minute.
Stop it.
Hey.
All right, we're at 16
last
minutes
30
in,
seconds.
so we're at 16 minutes in.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to download a different volume
Can
booster in the
Can
meantime.
somebody screen capture that?
Shut up. Yeah, I'm going to go download a different volume booster. I just got a new Mac, everybody. So, like, I downloaded, like, new browser, new extensions, new everything. So maybe that volume booster
Video
extension I
that
got is
took
not that great.
My pregnant stomach because Mr. Echard asked me to take it for him so he could verify that I was indeed pregnant.
This isn't even.
Okay. And is this
Is it
video
in-
an
or it might
accurate
be just
reflection of
the
what you looked like
sauce?
recently?
Might be
In
what?
September, I believe.
The
How is
source might
this?
be low.
The
Yeah,
video that Mr. Echard asked you to send to him?
Yes, it is.
Was
Is-
that to show
I can hear it fine.
that you were in fact pregnant?
Yes.
Okay.
How, chat,
Then
can
I'd
you
like
hear
to
it?
Move into evidence exhibit 38.
Your objection, I don't believe sufficient foundation is laid. Also, this video does not have any time or date stamp on it to be inherently reliable.
I mean, I can't see it, but
Is
You
there
still
any
can't hear
way
it,
for
chat.
the video to be played on the microphone?
I might have another link.
Okay.
One sec.
Okay. We will fix it, guys. Oh, okay. It's just as low as opposed to us. So maybe we need to turn us down. Maybe that's the only problem. And stop it, Bobby. Stop it, Bobby. Okay. So how about we try that, Sal?
Okay.
Let's turn us down.
so that's what I think we were trying to have him do with that. The hookup thing, but I don't know specifically how to do it. Beth, do you know how to hook it up or no?
I do not, but I can ask next door.
Did you turn me down?
Yep. I turned you down, baby. Sorry.
I was trying to turn you on.
Oh, no, not happening. Hang on, I just turned myself down now.
Can you boost your audio, guys?
Let me try to make you a presenter again.
Thank you, Fed.
Okay, how do I sound now? I've just turned my audio down. I should be the same as Sal.
Yeah, and I hit play a couple of times, but nothing's happening.
Okay.
God damn it, sir.
Good. Good, Daniel.
All right, do you just want to lay a little more foundation for the exhibit itself?
Yeah, so, Ms. Eckert, when did you say that you took this video?
Did we fix
I took
it?
this video.
If everyone's turns their audio
and
way
I
up
did
now.
send it to Mr. Echard on that date via email. I also sent him a screenshot that showed, like if you scroll up on a video, and it can show exactly when it was taken.
Fantastic.
To prove that it wasn't something like I had edited or taken prior to that.
Sorry, it's the best we can do.
Video?
I took that video
Yep,
because
I
he
think
had
that's
asked
it.
me for a video to show him that I was pregnant.
Okay,
Because,
and
yeah, I'm sorry.
the video that you submitted and that we're requesting the court enter into evidence, is this
Wonderful.
This is the video that you're
See,
talking
we
about?
work together.
Yes, it is. I was
As a
able to pull up
team.
38. Yes, that's the video.
Okay.
And I
Your
did
Honor,
it.
at this time, we're requesting that this be entered into evidence.
Again, I reiterate my objection, Your Honor. I don't believe sufficient foundation has been laid. She says September. I don't have the date in September, the year. There's no proof she sent this to Mr. Echard. And furthermore, we don't have proof that it hasn't been edited.
Yes, there are closed captions. So?
Your Honor, she testified that this was the video, that she sent it in September. She sent it because
That'd be a
Mr.
lot
Echard
easier.
had indicated she should send it to him
That too.
to show that she was pregnant. The foundation's laid. She testified to all of this.
So on does the video that you're looking at in Exhibit 38, is that a true and accurate depiction of the video that you made in September?
Yes, it is.
All right. I'll look at the exhibit over the objection.
Was it working?
38. Okay.
Gee, she's a pouty little thing, isn't she?
Ms. Owens, I'd like to take your attention to Exhibit 40. Can you please explain what these are?
These are text messages that Clayton sent me from the time when he found out that I was pregnant through, I believe it was the beginning of July. And these were text messages, for example, that showed that I believe it was the second to last one, shows, "I'm sorry, this made it harder. I wanted you to come over to confirm what I was doubting, and it did confirm that. So I don't see you as a liar anymore," proving that I had gone over to his house and taken a pregnancy test that he had purchased in front of him and that he knew I was
Your Honor,
pregnant.
I'm going to object at this time. She's reading exhibits that have not been admitted into evidence. More foundation needs to be laid as far as I'm concerned.
Your Honor, I think that she's just trying to explain what these are, and she is
Well,
laying the
I mean, if you
foundation.
can explain that without reading the whole exhibit. So.
Okay.
Yeah, lady, you can't just start reading exhibits that
that-
aren't in evidence.
Are these text messages that Clayton had sent to you?
Yes, they are.
Is the phone number that is indicated at the top of each one of these text messages a number that you know to be Clayton?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Was that a phone number that Clayton had texted you from previously?
Yes.
Do you know if Clayton had changed his number since he had texted you from that number previously?
No, he had not, to my knowledge.
Okay. And these text messages, were they sent to you during the time periods between when you became pregnant to when this petition against you for this injunction against harassment was filed?
Yes.
Are these accurate reflections of those text messages? Have they been altered in any way?
They have not been altered in any way.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to admit into evidence Exhibit 40.
Any objection?
Sir, I am objecting for the record. I think there's a completeness issue here. These text messages have been altered. As the court can see, these text messages only include the statement
Look at the look on her
that Ms.
face.
Owens wants to include here, not the context surrounding the
Hang on,
text
I'm gonna do it.
messages. I also believe that there hasn't been sufficient foundation laid with respect to the actual dates that these text messages span.
All right, I'll admit 40 over objection.
All right, I'd like to turn your attention now to Exhibit 47. Do you have
Your hair-
Exhibit 47 in front of you?
Your hair needs to be
Yes, I
more
do.
post-coital.
Yeah.
And what is this exhibit?
This is an email I
There you
got
go.
from Clayton on September 17th saying that he was unbothered by me going to the media about the situation.
Okay, now, you said, when was this email
Look
sent
at
to
the
you?
look on her.
September
God,
17th.
Bitch.
And it was your understanding that it was sent from Mr. Echard?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and
Correct.
what was this email in response to?
This was in response to me saying that I had told
Oh
him
my
that
God.
if he didn't continue to participate in the paternity case, that I felt like I was going to need to go to the press because I thought that would pressure him to come up with a
Oh,
parenting
she's going
plan.
to
Your
need
Honor,
to go to the
providing
press.
a narrative that's not part of this exhibit. Again, this is a completeness issue here. She is cutting out the portions she wants and leaving out the context, which would be the email that she sent him that he is responding to.
I'm only
If you want to present the other half of it, obviously you can. I would go ahead and admit exhibit. What are we,
This
40,
bitch is stopping me
Okay.
talking.
Your Honor, yeah, at this time I'd like to admit this exhibit.
47? That would be admitted.
Okay, I'd like to turn your attention to Exhibit 37. This again is, what is it?
I need to go suck my
I do
thumb.
not have Exhibit 37 in front of me.
It should be a video.
She sucks something.
Can you possibly give me the context for which video it is? Or
It should be a video that was posted by Clayton.
oh, okay, yes, I know exactly the video. It was a video that Clayton posted on October the 6th on his public.
Okay, what is it? What is this video?
This is Mr. Echard telling his 200 and nearly 300,000 followers that the results of our paternity testing were back and he was not the father when in fact the paternity test results were not back.
Okay, so
You are not the father.
you had done a paternity test.
Correct.
The results are not back.
The results are still not back. The testing is ongoing according to the lab.
But since the paternity test had come back, you are indicating Clayton had posted a video.
Correct.
Where was that video posted?
I'm sorry, did you say where or when?
Where?
It was posted to his public Instagram,
When was it posted?
October the 6th.
Okay, how did you get a copy of it?
I got a copy because it was on his public Instagram.
Pretty sure the only people that
Okay.
watched Jerry Springer
And
were
was-
kids on sick, kids who were sick
Was this an
from
accurate
school.
report? Have you altered the video in any way?
No, I have not.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to admit Exhibit 37 into evidence.
Sir, I'm objecting on relevance. This case is about Miss Owens' harassment of Mr. Echard. Mr. Echard posting anything on his private social media is not relevant to this case.
I did it too.
Your Honor,
It was
as part
funny
of the
3 times a
petition
year.
that Mr. Echard had written, he had indicated that my client was defaming him when in fact my client was not defaming him and that she was harassing him by sending him emails and different text messages. I think that this is relevant to show that not only were the text messages and emails concerning my client's pregnancy, paternity, but also what I had indicated in my opening and evidence that we had Ms. Owens testify to, that she did in fact also message Clayton to take down certain false videos or false statements offline because she was getting harassed by his fans and followers. So this video is to show that this was the video that he had posted, and the reason she had continued communication with him beyond just the pregnancy and paternity was for him to take down certain videos, that it wasn't for harassment and that it was for legitimate purposes. This is that video that we want to present to show why my client was communicating with Clayton regarding that specific issue.
All right, I'll admit the exhibit for the purpose of that limited purpose that you're referring to.
Permission to publish to the court?
Okay.
Oh, video.
We need good news. Who's got the good news today? I got the good news. What's that good news, Clayton? Well, test results came back early, and they said little to no fetal DNA present.
This keeps coming up. Little to no fetal DNA. It must be a thing.
I knew
Yeah.
happened 5 months ago. Finally been put to rest. Thank you all to those that supported me and waited until everything came out, and spent false accusations in 2 years. I really don't want to, look ahead to next year and see what's going to happen. I think false accusations in a lifetime is enough. So thank you all for the support, love, trying time that I learned so much about myself. And now back to the regularly scheduled programming. Listen, it's Friday.
Was he the Pillsbury Doughboy?
About 5 more minutes.
Good Lord, dude. Are you sure that wasn't the defendant?
All right, I'd like to turn the court and Ms. Owens, I'd like to turn your attention to Exhibit 44. What is Exhibit 44?
Exhibit
Hey, it's
44 is a text message I received from Clayton on June the 4th.
Okay, and was this, okay, this was from, is this a text message or is this an email?
This is a text message.
Is this an accurate reflection of the text message? Has it been altered in any way that Clayton had sent to you?
No, it has not been altered, and yes, it is accurate.
But I don't see a phone number in here. Was Mr. Echard's phone number saved as Clayton Echard in your phone?
Yes, it was at that point.
Okay, and Your Honor, I'd like to admit Exhibit 44 into evidence at this time.
Any objection to 44?
Your Honor, I would just object for the record as to completeness. Again, I believe there is more to this text message than what is being disclosed in this exhibit.
All right, I'll admit it over objection.
Okay, I'd like to turn to Exhibit 46. Ms. Owens, what is Exhibit 46?
Exhibit 46 is a variety of different medical providers that I saw confirming that I am, in fact, pregnant from the day I found out I was pregnant on June 1st through, I believe it was last week. It may have been through the week prior to that, but I have the dates on there through October.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Shut up.
Were these pictures, why were these pictures taken? Why did you save these documents?
I saved these documents again to try to prove to Mr. Echard that I was indeed pregnant because he doubted me.
Wonder
Did
why.
he ask you to send these documents?
Yes, he did.
To show why?
I'll be right back.
He asked for these documents to show that I was indeed pregnant and that the pregnancy was ongoing and that it was viable.
Have you altered any of these documents in any way to misconstrue their meaning?
No, I have not altered them.
And are these an accurate reflection of these documents?
Yes, it's entirely accurate.
Oh,
They
they're
are your
documents.
documents?
Yes, they are.
All right, Your Honor, I'd like to admit Exhibit 46 into evidence.
Your Honor, I'm
Ah.
not objecting because I believe the court needs to see these exhibits. But I
Oh.
will note that we have concerns regarding what they're being offered for.
Okay.
So I'll admit 46.
All right. Why? What's in them? Oh, look at her face. Oh, 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 oh.
I'd like to take your attention to Exhibit 48. Do you have that in front of you?
I do, yes.
Okay, what is it?
This is a letter from the Arizona Department of Real Estate that they sent me after looking into Mr. Echard's conduct when he was my realtor, showing that he was found in violation of professional conduct for not submitting an offer.
Okay, was this something that you received from the Arizona Department of Real Estate?
Correct.
Did you alter this document in any way?
No, I did not.
Did you receive it on or about September 15th, 2023?
Correct.
Okay, Your Honor, I'd like to admit this into evidence.
I'm objecting for the record based on relevance. Again, this matter is
Yeah.
about Ms. Owens' harassment of Mr. Echard. I
This
do not
is
believe that this is
irrelevant.
relevant.
I agree. It will not be admitted.
Yeah. Yeah.
48.
Your Honor, how
Oh,
much
look it
time?
up.
1 minute.
Look at the way she blinks.
I'd like to turn to Exhibit 50. Your Honor.
The pins may be the
This is the
dogs.
final one that
Ben, if pins were in the
Or
dogs,
Exhibit
do you
50,
think
do you
that-
see- do you
that his counsel
recognize
would be
that
like, I
exhibit?
think you need to see
Yes, I do.
it?
Okay, and what is it of?
This is something that was posted to Reddit by Mr. Echard under a false name, and that was also in the order of protection hearing I had against him last
True.
week. It was discussed.
You need to see what's in this,
Okay,
Judge.
and did you change this image in any way?
No, I definitely did not.
How'd you get a copy of this image?
It was on Reddit. Somebody had created it, but I know it was Mr. Echard because only he had this image.
Objection. She's testifying, Your Honor, regarding information that she cannot testify about. Speculating.
Oh, so
She is.
you can have her lay a foundation that she has knowledge of.
Okay. It's your understanding that Mr. Echard posted this picture?
Yes, because only he had the photo and the sonogram I'm holding that's been edited. I mean,
Okay.
that's been edited.
How could she
Your Honor, I'd like to
possibly know
admit
that no one else got
Exhibit
it?
50.
50 at this time.
Your Honor, I'm objecting. This is inherently unreliable. She's failed to lay sufficient foundation. This was not posted by Mr. Echard, and she's provided zero proof that this was
Yeah.
posted by Mr. Echard, or further that this
Yeah,
was
she's
sent
got no
to Mr.
idea.
Echard in this manner.
It's a wild west out there. He's got 300,000
I'm
followers.
making the objection and not admit 50.
Okay, nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Direct examination.
Your Honor, before I start with cross-examination, my request would be, if the court's willing to entertain this, that we be permitted to go until noon. And I would be willing to waive closing argument because I do have important questions that I would like to go through, as opposed to presenting the court with a closing argument if the court would allow
Oh,
that.
here we go.
Let's see how we're doing this
Basically,
time.
I just want to
Thank you, Your Honor.
cross-examine her. I don't even need
morning, Ms.
closing
Owens.
arguments.
Good morning.
Here we go.
You were thoroughly questioned by your attorney at the last hearing in this case on October 24th of 2023, correct?
Correct.
And you understand that you were under oath at that time, and you remain under oath today, right?
Correct.
And you're aware that any false testimony that you provided or provide today could be considered perjury. right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so based on that, Ms. Owens, before I proceed with my line of questioning, do you have any prior testimony that you'd like to correct at this time?
I do not.
There's your chance.
I want to make sure that you're clear-headed, and obviously, it's your position that you are pregnant
Yeah.
with alleged twins, correct?
100%
Alleged.
correct.
What medications are you currently on?
Objection, Your Honor.
Ooh.
Relevant, and that's an inappropriate question for this.
Overall, it can be impacting your testimony.
I'm on prescribed prenatals, and I'm on folic acid.
Is that it?
And I also take lamotrigine for epilepsy.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Is that your entire list of medications?
That's my entire list because I was taken off of anything else that I was on when I found out that I was pregnant.
And have you been diagnosed with any other medical or mental health issues?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't think that that's going into your mental health, going into your physical health, mental health. I don't think that's appropriate for this type of hearing.
Overall, I have a question.
Depression.
Okay, and any other physical health diagnoses?
Epilepsy.
And who provided those diagnoses?
All right, I think we're now over the report of that testimony. So you
Understood,
can
Your Honor. I'll move on, please.
Oh, here we go. Have your monster.
And how far along are you as we sit here today with respect to the pregnancy?
I am 24 weeks along.
Okay.
And when was your last menstrual period in order to calculate your due date?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't think that that's appropriate at this time. It seems like these questions are meant to harass my client. She's indicated she's pregnant. She's indicated it's been about a month. You don't need to know things about her menstrual period.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Okay, fine.
I'm
Can
sorry.
you please-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can you please provide us with your alleged due date?
February
Alleged
14th.
due date. I love this.
And you testify that there's absolutely no possibility at all that your alleged twins are anyone other than Clayton, correct?
There's no chance they're anybody else's.
But you understand that Clayton has been very clear from day one that he did not have sexual intercourse with you, right?
Clayton was not. If you look at the June 4th message,
Ma'am, these are yes or no questions. Do you understand that Clayton was very clear from day one that it's his position he did not have sexual intercourse with you?
Then the answer is no.
What?
And as we sit here today, you have participated in 3 DNA tests to try to prove that Clayton's the father, correct?
Correct.
And not a single DNA test has come back
Oh, I'm sorry.
stating Clayton's the father.
Sorry. It was 2 DNA tests, not 3.
Well, you indicated at the last hearing that you were providing a sample for the 3rd DNA test to be completed, correct?
But the second one got there was an issue with the transit according to the lab. So I mean that wasn't tested. So I can't say that I have had 3 tests that have come back with different results because only 2 were tested.
Ms. Owens, you've provided a sample on 3 separate occasions for DNA tests, correct?
Correct, but the second was
Ma'am, these are yes or
I
no
had nothing to
questions.
do
I'm not looking for you to elaborate. So we'll move on. As we sit here today, not a single DNA test has come back indicating that Clayton's the father, correct?
the samples were diluted and I'm going back next month is what I was.
These are yes or no questions.
Yes or no?
It's a very simple question. As we sit
Hey,
here
Sean.
today, you have no DNA test that indicates that Clayton is the father, right?
The results, the testing is ongoing is what I was told, as was Clayton.
So
So
you
that's not
said that on a couple occasions that the testing is ongoing.
correct.
So is it your testimony that you provide these samples and that there's no
Hey,
results
Junior.
that are coming from these samples you're providing?
I'm unclear on what you're trying to ask me, because they said that I
Okay,
need to
well-
go back a month to give another sample, that the testing is not back. So I'm unclear, I guess I'm trying to say.
Isn't it true that the test came back and indicated there was 0 fetal DNA?
That's absolutely not true.
Okay.
Little
And
to no.
You have provided no testimony and no objective evidence or documentation to date to support that you have a positive DNA test proving Clayton's the father of your alleged twin.
Oh, God.
Right?
Junior.
The testing is ongoing. I'm unclear, I guess, is
Oh,
what you're
God.
trying to ask me.
How many tests do you
Who's
need
your
to get?
OBGYN?
Dr. McCool.
This is complete havoc.
And Dr. Higley.
Havoc.
Sure, I wasn't able to hear that, and I'm not sure if that's.
I'll withdraw the
Junior.
objection.
Can you please repeat that, Ms. Owens? Who is your
Yeah,
OBGYN?
it's Clayton, not
My
Clinton.
OBGYN is
You get it right.
Dr. McCool.
And when is the last time, well, you said your main OBGYN. Who else are you seeing? What other pregnancy-related doctors are you seeing?
Dr. Higley, who I saw last Friday, and an epilepsy doctor as well. He specializes in pregnancy.
What? An epilepsy doctor specializes in
And
pregnancy?
in your exhibit, I believe it.
What?
That's new.
Wait, are they worried the baby's going to have seizures? What?
Well, I mean, possibly. However,
Well, the fetus, I should say. I mean,
yeah, but look, I don't know. However, that she's quite lucky to have one of those in her area, I would say.
yeah, that's
That's quite the specialty. Quite unique, quite a niche, even.
it's a yeah, it's a isolated field, let's say.
Yes, it is. So yeah, Ben, you've noticed that she's getting his name wrong. So she keeps saying Clinton instead of Clayton.
His name
so
really is Baby Daddy.
yes, baby daddy. So maybe she's just going after the wrong man. Maybe that's it.
That
But
could
there
be.
is a little bit of a problem in that they can't find any fetus in her uterus, which is
maybe
a bit of a
tomorrow.
problem too. Maybe tomorrow, yeah.
We'll
But
do another
she's
test.
she's very sure that she's going to give birth in February 14 actually, which is quite romantic.
Yeah, February 14th.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my mom's
Yeah.
birthday.
Oh, is it? Nice. Nice. I'm sure
2028.
your mum would love her.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
take her home to meet my mom
Yes, you should.
It was 44.
with the very postcoital
You
look.
indicated.
Yeah, very.
Let me go back. Here.
Look at that look on her face.
I apologize. It was your exhibit 43. You indicated that all of exhibit 43 contains copies of your medical records that would support this alleged pregnancy, correct?
I suppose.
I believe
Alleged
it was exhibit
pregnancy.
46 that was the proof of pregnancy. We didn't do exhibit 43.
Poor
I apologize.
lawyer.
Exhibit
Get
46.
it right, ma'am.
And in that exhibit 46, all that you have from Dr. McCool here is a screenshot of an upcoming appointment for Monday, July 24th of 2023, right?
Correct. Is that
Correct,
Dr.
you dumb
You-
bay.
You understand that anyone can go online at a mommy, where Dr. McCool works, and make an appointment for an
I love how she just
OBGYN
shook
appointment
her
with
hair.
Dr. McCool, correct?
I gotta see that again.
You understand that anyone can go online at a mommy, where Dr. McCool works, and make an appointment for an OBGYN appointment with Dr. McCool, correct?
That is not true. Dr. McCool is apparently
Dr. McCool?
referral to see him because I have epilepsy.
Wait, his name is Dr. McCool? Doctor.
Okay.
Dr. McCool.
Dr. McCool. Okay. So what she's saying is that what the attorney's saying is that just because you've made an appointment doesn't mean that that doesn't mean you have a baby inside you, right? So anyone can get online and book an appointment.
Hell, I can book an
Um,
appointment to see if I'm pregnant. It's 2023. Anything
It's
could
true, you
happen.
can. It's true. It's true, and no one's judging you. And then what Laura is saying is no, you need a referral. But I don't know if
Unless
that's
you
true or not.
referral maybe with her insurance.
Well, I think actually they wouldn't take the appointment or confirm the appointment
Oh
without a
God, those
referral.
bigots. They don't
Yeah.
think she's a birthing person. Wow.
Yeah. So I think that probably what Laura is trying to argue here is going to be proven incorrect because, yeah, I think probably people could go on and try and reserve an appointment online, but it wouldn't actually get confirmed unless she had a proper referral and things like that. So I think that this attorney is on a winner here. Keep going.
Oh, that would be a great plot twist. Turns out this woman who only gave him a is actually a man.
It's a
And
man.
can't get pregnant.
I'd
she's
love
just
to
doing
know.
pregnancy tests, like just standing up, pissing, and
Yeah.
inconclusive. Damn it! I'll do another one.
I'd love to know if that's the case, how they find little to no fetal DNA, not just no
That explains
DNA.
it.
Well, but there's a little.
Oh well, yeah. She's taking estrogen.
That'd be it. It's a man, baby.
A high risk specialist. You can't go and make an appointment with him. I had to send records to get an appointment with him. Is
a baby specialist or baby doctor who specializes in seizures really do you really have to struggle to get an appointment with them? I don't think patients are lining out the door.
You would think that'd be, yeah, that's right. Like, unless they're like flying in from around the country.
Yeah. Even then, it's like, okay.
Okay, but I have the
No
only
offense to the good
record that
doctor.
you provided this court with regarding your alleged high-risk perinatalogist is a screenshot of an appointment for Monday, July 24th,
Hey,
2020.
how's it going?
No, I provided the last page was October the 11th.
I'm just saying whatever she called it, a doctor who specializes in babies, who also with patients who are pregnant who are epileptic. It's a very niche market.
It's slightly, yeah. It's like it is a unique selling point, a USP actually.
The diagnosis epilepsy during pregnancy from my neurologist after an appointment that day.
We have to tell Paige.
There is
no. Yes, she has.
Of any medical record.
Yes, she has produced a sonogram. She sent a sonogram to the defendant.
No. It was the prior boyfriend that she sent a sonogram
the prior
to.
boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is her form.
Unfortunately, when the prior boyfriend reverse image searched the sonogram, it turned out that it was somebody else's sonogram that was posted to the internet.
He was that sus on her.
Whoopsie, my bad.
It was like
I hit the wrong link. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it was the wrong one.
I got the real sonogram. I just sent the wrong one.
Yo, she's done this before. She's done this before.
Nothing sus to see here.
No. I love the way Dali's using sus now. By the way, he's hanging out with me so much.
Oh,
he's using
we use it here too.
Don't you use sus? Oh, you use sus? I thought you guys
a little
didn't
bit,
use
not
sus.
often, but
yeah.
He's
using more Aussie terms.
I am. You're rubbing off on me.
Right. Oh, baby, you love it.
Record from October 11th.
Yes, there is the last page. It's October 11th. If you look at the last page,
it's October 7th. You bitch.
On October 11th, 10:53:20 Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, I apologize. What was it?
It's October 11th. It was even worse than September 11th. You don't understand.
But the court indicated a few more minutes, so we need
It
to
was almost
probably
as bad as
wrap it up a
January
little bit if
6th.
you want to get to other things.
Nothing's as bad as January 6th.
As
No.
we sit here today, Ms. Owens, you have refused to sign any sort of HIPAA release so that Mr. Echard could obtain directly from your medical providers evidence to support any alleged pregnancy.
No, on Friday, I literally had the doctor send it to him directly. I had my provider send it to him directly. That's an email telling him that it was sent directly to him. I signed a HIPAA release.
Ms. Owens, this is not the first time
That's
that
right.
you've made allegations that you're pregnant with twins within the last 2 years, correct?
That is incorrect.
Okay. So
How
I would ask the
fertile
court
are you,
to take
woman?
judicial notice, Your Honor, the civil.
I swear, this woman is pretending to be as fertile as Mo is. Seriously. I wonder how many kids she actually has.
Hang on, Fred. Aussie Ways Rob, obviously. I've watched a lot of Aussie entertainment for decades. It has resulted in my wife now having a pouch. Does she also go?
Civil matter involving Mr. Greg Gillespie, who is present in the courtroom today. And it's CV, let me get that number for the court,
I have a protective
2021
Gillespie
I
and
have a
against Mr.
protective
Eckert, and
order.
I wish I was aware that Mr. Gillespie was
052893.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't care.
Mr. Gillespie's being
I'm
brought
gonna
up.
object to that.
Mr. Gillespie. That's the one that she sent the
We
fake
had an
sonogram
exhibit that we
to.
discussed last time regarding that case, and what was presented was a complaint and a motion to dismiss. And there wasn't any findings from any court on anything related to that. So I'm not going to consider that at this point.
Your Honor, I do
Overruled.
have some questions that I think are very important for the court to hear regarding that case. I understand if the court doesn't want to take judicial notice, but I do have questions that are important that I would like to proceed with regarding the uncanny similarities.
I don't think that that
Yeah.
would be appropriate
This
for this
judge is
specific
over
hearing. We
this.
know the scope of this particular hearing. Bringing up things in a separate case, there's separate issues.
Yeah.
They're not, these
Okay.
are not the same thing. This is an injunction against harassment.
It's
I
a
don't even know
very,
what that
very similar
case is.
case of her
It's
showing
not
her
an injunction
prior
against harassment,
acts.
none of that. It's
Very
not
similar.
appropriate.
It's literally
Look.
prior acts evidence.
It's literally prior acts that show a pattern of behavior.
And I'm not sure what, I don't know or remember exactly. Well, like with Rittenhouse, he was talking about shooting up people that were running out of a CVS. And he said, "Oh, I wish I had my AR-15 as a joke. They were stealing from a CVS." Schroeder denied that motion from Boehner because it didn't show, because prior acts, because Rittenhouse was there the entire evening. He wasn't shooting people until they attacked him. So, yeah, I mean, this seems like it would be a prior acts.
It's pretty difficult. Like, I mean, with prior acts and bringing in relevant information from the past, like a lot of the time, judges just allow all sorts of stuff in, right? And it can be really infuriating, the kind of stupid, irrelevant stuff they let in. But this, when she's
This
gone
is
and
so
done something
clearly-
exactly the same to a prior boyfriend or hookup, whatever it was, like in the last year, then, I mean, really,
Shows
how
a
could it not be
propensity.
allowed in? It shows a propensity, and there's direct evidence that it's really, I mean, direct evidence. I suppose it is direct evidence. There's black and white paper trail of it,
No, Paige.
showing what's happened. No, she didn't win the last time.
I don't think she's ever won.
No, never.
She
Like
just loved to sue.
but yeah, based on what we just read prior, and it was just a Reddit post, but a lady has gone through and found a bunch of prior information that, and she has cited a fair bit of it. A lot of it required further citing, but yeah, I mean, there's there is a trail of information on this with this Gillespie case, and a lot of it would be, well, obviously it would be in the court records as well. So yes, you can bring this in, or you can ask to bring this in, and there's no reason why, in my opinion, why the judge shouldn't let it in. I've seen far more irrelevant things being brought in by judges than this. So yeah, it's not going to make her look very good. So yeah, let's go.
Your Honor, this goes to the heart of why Mr. Echard needs this injunction against harassment, and Miss Owens' pattern, her modus operandi, her pattern of behavior, her pattern of making the same claims against other men in the state of Arizona within the last 2 years. And I think it's highly relevant to this case because it supports.
I support my bae. You know, I need to turn that back to 1.0 and do that again because that was amazing.
Yeah.
How dare she talk
Maybe
about
even
Arizona?
slow-mo.
How dare she talk about Arizona men like that? That I am outraged. Do not speak for me, woman. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, Junior. I'm not angry at you, sweetie.
Oh, Junior.
I'm angry at the mean judge.
I love it when you call your cat sweetie.
What?
It's so adorable. You go, I love you, sweetie.
Well, Junior was never socialized as a kitten. So if he's really skittish, and I have to have certain routines with him where I don't move certain ways towards him or trap him in an area.
You don't have to explain.
I use singing terms.
It's so adorable.
I love it.
The same thing. This is an injunction against harassment. I don't even know what that case is. It's not an injunction against harassment. I know that. It's not appropriate.
Your Honor, this goes to the heart of why Mr. Echard needs this injunction against harassment, and Miss Owens' pattern, her modus operandi, her pattern of behavior, her pattern of making the same claims against other men in the state of Arizona within the last 2 years. And I think it's highly relevant to this case because it supports why Mr. Echard needs this injunction against harassment. Because this individual has done this before, and there are concerns that she will not stop.
Well, she froze like EU.
They,
Shut up. I'm not frozen.
I'm not going to allow that testimony.
And Your Honor, I would ask the court to reconsider here because this matter, it's very important that the court hears
I can fix her.
how Miss Owens has made the exact same allegations in another matter within the last 2 years. And that she has committed perjury in her the last hearing.
Oh my God.
She made incorrect statements. She made false statements under oath regarding the nature of that case. She opens the door in her testimony when Mr. Lopez was when he was direct examining her regarding the fact that there are no other cases that are similar, regarding things that happened in that case. And she did open the door based on her direct examination.
These are very serious allegations that the petitioner's attorney is now alleging against my client. She is insisting that my client has now committed perjury. My client
would never commit perjury, and she's definitely not paying me in alternate currency.
Has no criminal history and is not being charged with perjury. So I don't know. That's just an allegation. Again, these cases are completely different. We're hearing that the attorney testified that these are the same. These are not the same matters.
Your Honor, can you mute my client prematurely?
Questions in this cross-examination of my client regarding these issues, again, would be inappropriate and is outside the scope of this hearing.
Inappropriate.
In fact, it even sounds like she's trying to bring out character evidence.
His lawyer is worried.
In a hearing like this.
I'm going to sustain the objection again. So if there's other things you want to ask about her testimony, you have about 2 more minutes.
Of love.
Ms. Owens,
Your
you
Honor,
understand, and
this
you
case
testified
isn't
under
going
oath
well.
that Mr. Echard blocked you from communicating with him, correct?
He would block and unblock. But not from
Well, because he-
communication. It was on a text number, but we were always in email communication as recently as the day before I went to the press. He sent me an email. So
Oh, why did you go to the
Mr.
press, you silly
Echard
bitch?
told you he didn't want you contacting him anymore and then would block your telephone number, correct?
And
But
then
told
he'd
me to
email
email
me
him.
again.
Ms. Owens, these are yes or no questions. Isn't it true that Mr. Echard indicated he did not want you contacting him anymore and then would block your telephone number?
actually, that's incorrect from from the early resolution conference that we had. Mr. Echard told me specifically to contact him via text. I had forgotten that. If you look at the transcript from that hearing, you would see that. And I haven't contacted him via text after he told me to.
Oh my God, she's infuriating.
Okay, can you take a look at Exhibit 55 for me, please?
I don't have an Exhibit 55.
Do you have an Exhibit
These are
69?
supplemental exhibits.
Would you like to?
That
Which
we're
would
not.
have been the ones that are exhibits that they would have.
She already did.
Sure.
That's why she's not pregnant.
Well,
I
It may not be marked by
Yeah.
number. Is, I guess the issue. Hers may not be marked by number.
They are, Your Honor. Please
Uh,
check the exhibit
Really?
for
Check
my
my-
number.
email. I did not see his
No
exhibits.
worries.
Excuse me. Let me.
That's all right.
And
We
I'm
can,
asking for more time because
if, you,
we're not being
if
prepared.
we're still
knowing
going when
that
Babes
none of
is
these
asleep, you
exhibits are
can come
hers
in or whatever. It's up to you.
time, and I have still several questions I'd like to ask.
I was not aware that he was getting more exhibits added after he already had testified. So I apologize.
how dare he add more exhibits? He
Not
even
more
added an
exhibits.
Exhibit 69 and a 420. That bastard.
Not a 420. I'm shocked and chagrined.
I
Okay,
that's text
outrageous.
messages between the parties dated 5/23/20, 5/25/23. That's all I have. I don't have the actual exhibit.
that's the first one. And then there is another one after that. Do you see?
I demand Exhibit 69. I demand 69.
You demand it
I demand it.
You have the
With the
exhibit that's
judge.
from May 25th.
with the judge.
I don't see anything. I literally just am seeing a list.
It's better
of
than
plaintiff's
better than
trial
her.
exhibits.
I'd rather his lawyer, but
Yeah, I
beggars
know.
can't be
I knew you'd
choosers.
like the lawyer.
Oh
I
yeah,
knew you'd
she's
like
a
the
cutie
lawyer.
pie.
Except she'd be better with the.
She reminds
Hazel.
me of Michael Turney's lawyer.
No, she
Oh,
doesn't.
Olive was
she
a
doesn't look
sweet
anything
angel.
like her.
Olivia was
Yeah,
a babe.
Olivia was sweet. She was a babe. Yeah,
Oh,
she
she
was
was
a babe.
fierce little minx.
She was hot. Yeah.
She was a naughty little
25
minx.
63.
And I saw her in the courtroom. We locked eyes. No, I wish.
No, that was
I-
that was Michael.
Yeah, I know. I wish.
Yeah.
God, I wish it didn't get a direct verdict because I was going to go back that day and try to. Hey, girl, you have
Yeah,
any?
I know you were. I know you were going to try that.
You want to be a prosecutor? You can be a prosecutor. You can prosecute my heart, girl.
So you were dreaming of doing that, but you weren't actually going to do that.
Fair.
Fair.
And
No, that's all. That's all I was going to say.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I
Can
never
you
have the
explain
balls
what
to
the
do that.
context is
No,
for
you
me
weren't going to do that.
I mean, I would have tried to talk to her, but I would have been really nervous.
Yeah, you would have gone. Hey, my name's and I have a YouTube channel. And could you like and subscribe?
You like Michael Turney, and he winked, he smiled at me, and
Yeah.
and we had a moment, so you can like me too, right?
Yeah, and I gotta go.
I gotta go. We're on the 13th floor of the courthouse. I'm nervous being this high up. Bye. Seriously, like Michael Turney's courtroom was on the 13th floor of this courthouse. Do you understand? Like, I grew up in Scottsdale, Arizona. You cannot build over 3 stories in Scottsdale, Arizona, because they want to protect the view. I'm terrified of heights. So I had to go up to 13 floors to this courtroom. I'm just ranting now.
Why? Why? Hang on. Was
The
there no
courtroom.
lift?
No, there was an elevator. It was just
And you were
being up.
scared of being up on a 13th floor?
Yeah, it was just terrifying.
Why?
Heights.
What, did you have to like look out the window the whole time? What's the problem?
Well, there were windows there that scared the shit out of me.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're
How is that
scared
not
of being on the
terrifying to
13th
you?
floor in a building.
Yes, 13 floors up.
You're in a building.
I know.
You're not
13
like
floors
hanging off the
up.
cliff. You're not bungee jumping, dude.
I know. It's
You're in a
terrifying.
building. It's not terrifying.
13 floor building.
It's 13 floors. It's not. Oh my god. Okay. Well, how would you
I don't know
survive
how
in like
big
New
your
York?
buildings are there, but la-di-da.
Like, okay, we have one that's like 77 floors.
Well, I'd never be in that one.
Really? All
I would
right.
never, I could never go into like the Empire State Building. I could never go, well, maybe the Twin Towers are a bad example.
No, that's a very bad example.
But like buildings like that, no, that shit, like how anybody can go into like the Empire State Building day after day on like the top floor, that scares the shit out of me.
You get used to it. Yeah. Okay.
I probably
What about
would.
rock climbing or like going on a mountain
Oh God,
or something?
no.
Yeah.
I had a bad experience rock climbing.
I'm sure you did.
Well, not rock climb. It was like this practice thing that my friend wanted to go when I was 13 for his birthday. So he brought a bunch of us. And I ended up having to like hold the rope to secure my friend, and he ended up injuring himself because he fell and I dropped him.
Yeah. Yeah, I am in a house. I was in a house that's over 100 years old. Now my house is current one's like 1950s or so. But yeah,
I could do a 2-story house.
Yeah.
I almost bought a 2-story condo, but yeah.
Wow, 2 stories. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Like, yeah, when you said you're living in like a condo, like an apartment, I was thinking like a high rise. But clearly not.
No, there's a neighbor above me. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, you're really
What?
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a
we
new thing
don't
I've
have
learned
tall
about you.
buildings in Arizona.
Yeah, just because you don't have tall buildings doesn't mean that you are scared of
there
being
is
in
a
a tall
massive
building.
building that's like probably 15, 20 stories, I think. That's like 2 blocks from, or yeah, about 2-3 blocks from
15,
me.
20 stories. That's not even a massive building. But anyway, just because you are in a tall building doesn't mean you're scared of being in a tall building.
I'm terrified. I was terrified, like going up in the elevator and everything. And that was after I had to take off my belt and then like trying to fiddle putting my belt back on, like playing with my crotch in the courthouse and
playing with your crotch.
Well, like fiddling with it, and then I put like the belt on backwards. I had to take it out.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that. That's so weird. That's such a George Costanza thing to do.
It really was. It was just like so. I was so embarrassed, and then I get there, and I'm like, okay, I think it's lunch. What are the rules? So I'm looking at the door, and this woman is like, "What are you looking for?" And I'm like, "Can I just go in?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, go in." So like, there's nobody in there, and I go and sit down from like the second to right chair on the defendant's side, which I learned was a thing afterwards. So maybe that's why Michael Turney smiled at me and we had our moment, because he thought I was on his side.
Yeah.
So then this really cute girl comes in and sits right down next to me. Now, meanwhile, I'm there to take notes, and I'm going to take notes like, OMG, Michael Turney, attorney equals cutie. One-armed man, one-armed lawyer just tried to flirt with court reporter. So, so I'm like trying to make it as messy as possible. Meanwhile, this next to me, and she's talking with the guys behind me, and I'm just like, can I hit on her? Is she friendly with Michael Turney? Then I see his daughter there who hates him. I'm like, do I make a move on her? I tried to get her on stream. And then there's like Court TV people to the left of me. And yeah, it was a whole thing. Anyways, I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, let's keep going, shall we?
Are you able to scroll down?
Your Honor, I'm concerned if she doesn't have these exhibits, that we're going to need more time, because this is very important that I get through this testimony. And I provided these to counsel in advance to avoid this exact issue. And had Ms. Owens been present, this wouldn't have been an issue at all.
Right, but I have a
Your Honor.
protective order against Mr. Echard.
All right, just, can you find the exhibits or not?
Let me just try to see if I can scroll down. Hang on, maybe if I make my screen smaller. I see.
How
Oh,
would
yes,
that
I
help?
do. Hang on, I think I see them. I see exhibit 50, 55. Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Ms. Owens, do you see Exhibit 55 is a text message communication between you and Clayton dated May 25th of 2023, correct?
Correct. The day after he didn't file the
I would move to admit these exhibits, Your Honor. This exhibit.
It's not testimony, she's asking if you recognize the exhibit. Any objection to 55?
Bye, Digger. Have a good day.
I don't remember sending
I'll
it. but-
admit 55.
And here, Ms. Owens, on May 25th of 2023, Clayton says to you, I'm debating filing a police report. Please leave me alone, correct?
The context needs to be stated. He did not
Ms.
make two
Owens,
offers,
I am
$1.1
asking
million
you yes
for
or
me,
no questions.
and he was found in
Your
violation.
attorney will have the
Yeah.
time to ask you a question again, Ms. Owens. So just answer her question and your attorney will have an opportunity to question you again.
Okay, then can you? I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry. This is
Your Honor,
ridiculous.
I'm concerned that she's doing this intentionally to eat into
All right,
my
let's
time.
just ask the questions. You're wasting more time saying all that stuff.
Ms. Owens, isn't it true that on this text message dated May 25th of 2023, Clayton responded to you and said, I'm debating filing a police report. Please leave me alone, correct?
That's what the text message says. I don't have that, but sure.
And
that's what
right
it says.
below that, you sent him another text message, correct?
That's what it shows. Correct.
Okay, can we
It
move
just-
to Exhibit 56? It should be the next page of the document, please.
Your Honor, how are we on time? Because I know you said 3 minutes. I
We're
understand.
close on time, so I want to leave everyone time to do a closing if they choose to.
You see these emails between you and Clayton dated June 28th of 2023, correct?
Correct, but the middle email is missing from him. But correct, yes.
You're going to move for the admission of Exhibit 56, please.
But it's missing
Objection
the
to 56.
middle
Yeah, Your
email.
Honor, I'm going to object because this.
Now what's she
Come
doing?
on.
Everything in whole. This is, you can see that there's
Portrait
an email
mode,
missing
sweetie.
between
Not
them.
landscape.
There wasn't any foundation that was laid.
Portrait.
I
Oh, geez.
but
You ain't the
this-
brightest thing.
This was one of many emails sent between
Judge is
the
like,
two of
what
us.
the
Clayton
freak
changed
are
his
you
mind
doing?
many times.
So I guess just referring to these exhibits, do you recognize these exhibits, these messages?
I mean, that's what they said. I haven't gotten to read through them, but I mean, that's what it says.
Do you believe these are a representation of the exhibits, of the emails that were sent?
I know that my name when I email somebody else has a picture of me with a horse instead of the LO. So I don't know if that's relevant. Whereas like Clayton's picture is shown with Clayton Echard. So I don't know if that's relevant. If I read these quickly, I can see if they are mine. I'm going to trust that they are mine, but I haven't gotten a chance to read through them.
Your Honor, she did testify that she recognized the emails dated June 28th of 2023. So I'm asking for their admission.
Again, the middle email is missing where Clayton tried to trap me. But
Yeah.
Your Honor, I'm asking if the court strike that, there's no question before her right now regarding that.
I'll strike that statement. I will go ahead and admit Exhibit 56.
In Exhibit 56, Ms. Owens, on line 1, you say, I just need clarity as to what we are doing. I've offered to give you control over the outcome of the pregnancy if we date exclusively and care for each other, correct?
Correct, which was one thought on one day, and I took that away after. Yes.
And this is the exact same statement that you made to Mr. Gillespie back in July of 2021, isn't it?
I have no idea what statement I made to Mr. Gillespie, but both pregnancies have been medically proven, and I have the documentation and sent it.
But Ms. Owens,
I sent the 2016
All right.
documentation.
But we
I
can't keep
released HIPAA
everyone
records.
talking over each other.
I sent the HIPAA records. I released my HIPAA records.
Ms. Owens, there's no question
2021
before you. Your Honor, I'm asking the court to strike these statements.
All right. So
I
try
don't
to
know what
just
I
answer
said
the question. If you,
I don't know what I said in 2021.
okay, so if you don't remember, just say, I don't know what I said.
I don't
And,
know.
that if I said that. Okay.
I don't
There
know.
we go.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
All right. So, but we have room for like one more
I
question.
don't know, Fed.
And Your Honor, again, I would just ask that in lieu of closing argument, that I be permitted to ask.
I've already done that.
Okay.
We're already at 11:56 at the moment. So,
Your Honor. And here, Ms. Owens, isn't it true that you alleged you were pregnant with twins with Mr. Gillespie in June of 2021?
Now
No,
why
that
is she
was an
going
email that he
sideways again?
doctored in 2021 that I have already testified about that in the other case. So no, I never said I was pregnant with twins.
Huh?
Can you please take a look?
Again, this
At
is
our
a message
exhibit.
this was an exhibit that whatever it is, I'm guessing I know what it is. It was one message that was doctored by Mr. Gillespie that appeared a year into the court case I had with him.
all right, and we've already discussed the fact that I'm not really considering all of that. So let's move to closing.
Your Honor,
arguments at this
my
time.
concern here, and again, I mean this with all due respect.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right, Fed.
Pattern of behavior here. She has previously made identical allegations in another case. The exhibits that I have today, as supplemental exhibits, all support that the statements she's made to Mr. Echard are almost identical to statements made to Mr. Gillespie in 2021. This is highly concerning behavior. She has now
Pregnancies were
perjured herself
proven.
on several occasions during testimony, and I am not being given the opportunity to show the court the documents to support that she is lying under oath.
I have proven my pregnancies and had my records sent to Mr. Echard.
Okay, Ms. Owens, Ms. Owens, we're not testifying right now.
I'm sorry.
Even if it was true that Ms. Owens did that in the past, which we are denying, but even if it was true, that has no relation to this specific case. Just because she may have done it before doesn't mean she's doing it now. And we have presented evidence showing that she is pregnant. We have presented evidence showing
I object.
why
That's
she is.
false.
All right,
There's no
we're going to
evidence
do
presented.
closing arguments now. So whoever wants to do a closing argument, Ms. Arena, go ahead.
Your Honor, this is a clear case of harassment. The court has seen through all of the exhibits submitted by Mr. Echard and the additional exhibits that we presented today that the parties had an encounter in May of 2020. Mr. Echard did not have sexual intercourse with Ms. Owens. Shortly thereafter, Ms. Owens
Look at her
became
eyes.
pregnant. She was pregnant with Mr. Echard's child, with an alleged child. Mr. Echard repeatedly, from May to today's date, has pleaded with Ms. Owens to stop contacting him. He has blocked her number on several occasions, and she gets a new number and or uses an app to continue contacting him. It has not
Oh,
stopped. Mr. Echard has lost job opportunities, speaking engagements. He has suffered extreme emotional distress over these claims that are baseless and over her repeated outreach attempts after pleading with her to stop. This is the definition of harassment. The court's well aware harassment is defined per the statute as a series of acts over any period of time that is directed at a specific person and that would cause a reasonable person to be seriously alarmed, annoyed, or harassed. And the conduct, in fact, seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses the person and serves no legitimate purpose. Ms. Owens has fabricated a pregnancy now twice on 2 separate occasions. Mr. Echard is the second victim of this. She has provided no medical records to support that she is in fact pregnant. As the court saw, her
Look at
exhibit,
her.
Your Honor, is not medical records to support a pregnancy. It is merely, and I'd like to draw the court's attention to this, it is a picture of a test completed at Banner on June 1st of 2023 regarding HCG. It does not
She does
say
have a lawyer,
it is a positive
Nikki.
pregnancy test.
Her lawyer's on the right.
The
Yes,
next page, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is not your
She
turn.
does have a lawyer.
I'm sorry. It does. Okay.
It's not your turn.
It is very questionable, as a woman who's been pregnant before, that Miss Owens goes to Banner to get an alleged pregnancy test on June 1st, and then she never goes back to Banner Health for any additional testing. The next page of this exhibit is simply a screenshot of an upcoming appointment with a Dr. McCool on Monday, July 24th, 2023. There are no records to support that she is an active patient with Dr. McCool, that he is her perinatalogist. There's nothing. We just have a screenshot of an appointment that was made, which anyone can do online. The next record, Your Honor, this is now a HCG test from any lab test now in Scottsdale. This is not a positive pregnancy test. This is a positive HCG test. Why is she going to a new provider for a alleged pregnancy test on October 16th? These next 2 pages of records, Your Honor, it's hard to tell what they are. They look like they are screen grabs of an appointment that is unclear. It's just unclear. At the root of this case, and the reason
Bye,
that
Daniel
Mr.
D.
Echard
Thank
is
you for being
fearful,
here.
he is scared,
Have a good night.
is the fact that there has been a fabricated pregnancy. She has participated in several paternity tests, none of which have come back showing any proof or any
Could you
signs
please pause it for
of
a second,
fetal
darling?
DNA, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Nikki, I understand what you're getting at. And listen, if I don't want it to look like we're all just like bashing this lady for no reason. And I actually feel like if this lady is fabricating pregnancies, if she is regardless, like if she has some sort of problem, if there's an issue with her that she clearly believes the things that she's putting forth, right? And like she's clearly distressed, she's clearly got some sort of issues going on. Like look at her, there's no way that she doesn't believe what's happening. Like she's absolutely distraught. And she needs some sort of help. She needs some sort of intervention. There's just no question about it. So that said, there's also no reason why this gentleman, if he's not the father of any child, why he should have to be involved in it. And he's apparently been proven not to be. Like he's not got any link to her via any DNA test. So I mean, he's alleging that she's been harassing him, and he seems to have receipts for that. So that's what this is all about. She does have a lawyer there. That's him on the bottom right. So yeah, I mean, it's a complex case, and there's been another case of what they're putting forth is that there's prior acts of her doing something similar to a previous man. So yeah, that's what's going on here. But yeah, I don't want it to look like we're just sort of coming out of nowhere and saying that she's doing these things with no prior reason, and that she has that there's no one there that's looking out for her. She has counsel, and there is quite a fair bit of evidence there as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her lawyer do his closing argument too. Thanks.
If it wasn't for
Moving
the
on.
fact that she has done this before in another case, this is unbelievable. It is very alarming. She lied under oath, and she lied under oath at the last hearing. She's not being truthful today, and my client is legitimately fearful of what else she's capable of. He's asking that this court recognize that he has done everything to handle this appropriately. He has begged and pleaded with her to stop contacting him. There is no reason for these two to have communication, despite what Ms. Owens will say regarding this alleged pregnancy. There is no proven pregnancy at this point. So we are asking that this court find that she has harassed Mr. Echard from May of 2023 up until today's date, and we're asking that the court find that the injunction against harassment needs to be ordered and maintained.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Yes, Your Honor. Now, I would agree with Clayton that Laura's communications with him were alarming, annoying, harassing, if in fact Laura wasn't pregnant, and if in fact he wasn't responding to her through the over 4-month period that she's been pregnant. She is pregnant, and he has been responding. Clayton has not met his burden in this matter. He's claimed that the amount of texts and emails has caused him to be alarmed, annoyed, harassed. Well, for starters, the reason there are so many emails and text messages is because the chosen form of communication between Laura and Clayton was through emails and text messages. And because that was how Clayton wanted them to communicate, not in person, not over the phone, but through emails and text messages. And second, we are talking about a span, again, of over 4 months or more. There are going to be a lot of text messages during that time. There are going to be a lot of emails during that time.
No, not if you tell someone to go away.
Petition that he has not responded to Laura and that he had blocked her. Now, that is clearly a lie. And
why?
The evidence. There is clear evidence to support that the messages are showing from a blocked sender. That is not accurate.
Your Honor, some of those messages may have been blocked, but there are other communications in the exhibit, in Clayton's own exhibits, that show that he did respond to my client, whether it be in emails or
I'm
text
writing
messages.
that down.
And we've provided those some of those exhibits in the ones that were admitted to this court. Now, Laura testified that there was communication even aside from the exhibits that we've presented. It's impossible to put all the communication within over 4 months into a short hearing, essentially. Now, I want to talk about the content of that communication. All of the communication from my client to Clayton was meant for legitimate purposes and not to annoy him, not to harass him, not to alarm him. Almost all communication between Laura and Clayton was for the purposes of the pregnancy and paternity. The only other sort of communication from my client toward Clayton was in relation to the post that he put online when my client would receive harassing messages from Clayton's fans and his followers. So the communication around that time, call it August, September, was toward Clayton asking him to take those different things down so that my client wouldn't be harassed. Throughout this entire time, since May, Clayton has never been clear with what he's wanted to do. He's been wishy-washy the entire time. First, he didn't believe that my client was pregnant. So she
They're live
sent him
now,
proof,
are they?
and she sent him proof
With
again.
them?
He wanted numerous forms of proof. You saw in our exhibit the video of Miss Owens pregnant. That was a video that Clayton asked my client to send to him. How can you ask someone
I
to
didn't know
send
they
you
were still on
proof
it.
of their pregnancy and then now call it harassment? Now say that you're alarmed. Now say that you're annoyed.
Okay.
Now say that you're harassed.
Yeah, I'll watch this
That
after
doesn't
that.
make any
Watch
sense.
that after this. Blah.
He was also wishy-washy about what should be done with the unborn children. And we're talking about at the beginning, around May, June. Should she have the children? Should they be aborted? Are we going to give them up for adoption? Am I going to have sole custody? Is she going to have sole custody? He was never consistent with what he wanted. I'm sure maybe he thought one thing one day and maybe he thought something else another day, and then he thought back to we didn't know what he wanted. And that was communication that was going both ways, back and forth between Clayton and Laura. Again, he hasn't been consistent, and that is what the root of this problem is. That is why there's so many communications back and forth. Had this been done in person, had they chosen to meet up physically or talk over the phone, things wouldn't get lost in translation through email, through text. But that's how they chose. That's
a really crazy chat, that one over there.
Communication with Laura. And that's what made everything so difficult. During this time period, Laura actually had to hire another attorney to help facilitate paternity testing. That didn't work, so then Laura had to file a matter out of the family court to create a
These are
parenting
not
plan.
facts and evidence at this time. These are exhibits that Mr. Lopez did not get to present.
I think she testified that she filed a paternity lawsuit.
And they did not have, neither of them, my client nor Clayton, have had an attorney in that family matter, so they are forced to communicate with each other because they needed to meet and confer. They needed to submit a resolution plan.
Yeah.
So there's going to be text and communications.
I don't think
back and
I'd
forth from the
try
two
and
of
get
them.
into chat over there.
Everything that you've heard during, whether it was our case in chief or the petitioner's case in chief, this is a snapshot of what has happened over the course of over 4 months. We were not able to present everything. All communication between my client and Clayton were for legitimate purposes.
Dude,
Again,
I don't think
not
you'd be
harass
allowed
them.
to present
Look at the
everything.
exhibit.
Most
Look
of
at
it
the
would be
ones that
irrelevant.
Clayton submitted. There are clear exhibits that show that he was sending messages to her. We had submitted exhibits showing that Clayton had been communicating with her. So the fact that in the petition itself states that he had not responded to her, that's completely untrue. He had indicated in his petition that my client had harassed him. Well, that's not what happened. Who was the one that was posting videos online and getting harassed? Clayton was posting the videos. My client was getting harassed. Not one communication. There wasn't one communication that indicated after they had been in communication since May. Since then, there was no communications that were sent to my client telling my client, stop texting me, stop emailing me, stop calling me. Not one. They presented one exhibit that shows one message that indicated that, oh, I may call the police, something like that. It seems like he might be worried. But since then, he had been communicating with my client. So again, you can't say that you are being alarmed, annoyed, harassed, but then going ahead and then emailing my client, texting my client. And again, for all of those reasons, I think that the communication between my client and Mr. Echard were for legitimate purposes, for the to determine pregnancy itself, moving into determining paternity itself, to trying to schedule paternity testing with the attorney, to the family court matter, and to today. And so for all those reasons, we're requesting that this be dismissed. Thank you.
Your Honor, in rebuttal, none of the communication from Ms. Owens to Clayton has been for a legitimate purpose. As the court has heard today, it is clear there has been no DNA test or test of any kind to support that she is allegedly pregnant with Mr. Echard's twins. There is no reason for these parties to communicate. What Mr. Lopez is proposing is that if you block someone, but they find another way to contact you, and then you tell them you still don't want to talk to them,
Oh my God.
you polite email, or you
Thought she might have the baby now.
then that's not harassment. That is the epitome of harassment, Your Honor. The court has received exhibits in the first hearing from Mr. Echard supporting that she would find other avenues to communicate with him after he had blocked her. Again, it is Mr. Echard's position that that this pregnancy has been fabricated. And I want to be clear on this, Your Honor. It's possible that Miss Owens is pregnant, but it's my client's position that he did not have sexual intercourse with her, and she is not pregnant with his alleged twins. And that is the root of the issue here. There has been no support for this alleged pregnancy, other than her attempts to show the court and or Mr. Echard a picture of her alleged pregnancy, which again, we suspect may still be fabricated. So there has been no legitimate purpose to her communication other than to harass Mr. Echard to try to force a relationship on him. She told Mr. Echard on multiple occasions that she was going to force him to communicate with her, whether he wanted to or not. And he has been clear. He does not want any additional communication from her.
All right, thank you. So, as I stated when we
Period.
first started this hearing,
Monster.
I'm not making a determination as to whether or not
Unleash the
she's pregnant
beast.
or not. That is a family court matter. That case is pending before the family court. The testing or whatever is going to happen
Well, can you at least tell me where babies come from? I'm just saying.
is a result of that. So I'm not making a decision and a determination today whether or not there is a valid or invalid pregnancy. I understand Mr. Echard's position is there isn't. I understand her position is there is. That's where we are at the moment. With regards to the evidence and the communication, the court at this time does find there were a series of events that were aimed at the plaintiff that would cause a reasonable person to be alarmed, annoyed, or harassed, that he was in fact alarmed, annoyed, or harassed. I do find they do not serve a legitimate purpose. Messages that have been sent, one, he blocked her on numerous occasions. She even said in the blocking communication, can you unblock me so I can unblock you again? I got a new number and then there's another new number. I think that's clear that he does not wish to have communication. Nature of the communication, while maybe surrounds the pregnancy, the communication that I have a lot of concern.
That was me, by the way, not you.
What did you do?
I commented as you.
What did you say?
I don't think anyone should spit.
Well, I would say that anyway, actually.
Well, oh my.
Oh. I would actually say it in that context too.
Concerns with are the
It's a
ones
waste.
where she's trying to make offers
source
to
of
him
protein.
to continue a relationship, that she is trying to facilitate. If you do this, then I'll give you this. Those kinds
Go into the tanning booth tomorrow.
of messages
Yeah, baby.
are of the nature that are harassing.
You need more than a
and
tanning
can
booth.
be
So.
viewed as alarming, annoying, or harassing. There are a number of messages that were admitted.
I need to just visit the sun. if Phoenix, Arizona can't help me, I just need to go to the sun.
That's right. You need to live closer to the equator.
There are attempts at, I view kind of almost as trying to, get him to do and agree to things that are not necessarily, it's not like we said, hey, can you take a paternity test? And he said, no. Hey, can you reconsider? I want to do a paternity test. And then I went and filed a lawsuit because you wouldn't do it. I mean, that's one thing. 500 emails back and forth, or messages, I'll say text messages and emails over that period of time to try to clarify and do that is beyond what was necessary to be able to communicate those things. There were a number of threats to go to the media, which were other additional attempts to try to use the media as manipulation, or the threat to go to the media as manipulation. I find those to be alarming, annoying, or harassing. So I am going to grant the injunction at this time. Injunction is going to prevent any communication outside of the legal process, and specifically legal process and court hearings. So I am going to grant the injunction, and so I will sign the granted injunction today, and then I know Ms. Owens isn't present, but we can give a copy of the signed injunction, obviously, to Mr. Lopez today, but whether or not ultimately she needs to be served with it, so that the service of the injunction is appropriate. So it will go into effect once the injunction is served upon her. It would remain in effect for a period of 1 year. This was the hearing that she had as a result of that, so there's not an additional time to request an additional hearing. And if you guys want to wait for a few minutes, I'll sign an order. If there were exhibits that you did not offer that you wish to have returned to you, you can let the clerk know and she can release those back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the outcome was the judge granted an injunction. Please explain.
We need a hearing letter, please.
We need a lawyer here. Like, that was all fun and all, but where's a lawyer? David? MLS? Can we send out the MLS signal? Is McKinley, you still watching? McKinley. Basically, I think he was trying to get her to stop bothering him and leave her alone. Leave him alone, and stop saying that he's the father and that he has anything to do with it. And I think that that's ruling in his favor. Does anyone think I'm wrong? Were you listening?
Yeah.
I think that the injunction means that she has to stop bothering him and saying that he is the father.
I think so too.
And that's the end of the court proceedings. That she needs to go away, basically.
Basically.
He wins. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Unless anyone thinks I'm wrong. No? Fine. Okay. I'm the lawyer now. I'm the lawyer now. I got my little graduation cap on. David's not here. McKinley, if you turn up in chat and tell me anything more, that'll be fine. But you know, it looks from the shit sandwich look on her face, I'm pretty sure she lost. Yeah, Sue. Look at her face. I think she lost. I watched this bit. Yeah, I recommend Chris Williamson podcast on YouTube. He has a lot of fun guests in all sorts of human issues. Oh, okay, cool. One hella lawyer. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, I'll tell you guys something funny. That one day that Branka was in my chat and he asked for an invite onto the panel, and it came onto the panel. He was a little bit tipsy at the time, but he came onto the panel, and I commented on something to do with the Becky saga, and it was the whole thing about how Dick Harpootlian got on TV and advised the jurors in the Murdoch trial to lawyer up. And I said that that EB, Eric Bland, got very upset about the whole lawyering up thing. And Mr. Branca said to me, I don't know what it's like in Australia, or where you practice. But here we take offense to that. And I thought that was, and I didn't say anything, but where I practice,
I have to
where
get
I,
going.
hang on, can I just finish what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Bronco actually said to me on a live stream, I don't know what it's like for you where you practice, but here we do it this way. And I didn't correct him. But I'm not a lawyer. Yeah. But I thought that was a bit amusing. He was a little bit drunk at the time, but
A little bit.
yeah, a little bit drunk. But I'll take that. Branka thought I was a lawyer just for a moment. Maybe I just use the glasses.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe I just charmed him a little bit. But weirdly enough, yeah, look, Branka and I are really good mates. We get along quite well. Yeah. What's this, Nikki? Okay, I took back somewhat of what I said. She might be a little crazy, and this might be bad dessert, but damn, yeah, fair enough. And Branka is always best when he's dressed in Mrs. What's that? Or his sweater. I don't know who that is. From Friday the 13th, and no tie. Hopefully with half a bottle or so of wine in his system. He's a good guy, really. He is a good guy, really. Yeah, we get along really nicely. Okay, thank you, everybody. That was super duper fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do one little, actually, no, two little grifts. Firstly, I'm poor. Please help. I can't afford to send my child to school next year. But have you noticed the production quality today has been so much improved?
You still got a blurry background.
I did that on purpose.
I know you did, but yeah.
I know. I did that for fun because I was trying to be, what's the name? There we go. I'll fix it.
But yeah, it's much better.
It is. Everything's much better. Everything's running really nice and cleanly. No lag, no nothing. Check it out. But I just spent my daughter's tuition fund for high school. So any donations would be greatly appreciated. The other thing is, yeah, I am that poor. It's pretty bad. But I had to do it because otherwise I wouldn't be streaming, I wouldn't be working, I wouldn't be anything. How many more hours do I need? It's going up, but I need about 300 now. So thank you, everyone who's been watching my streams in the background. Yeah, I'm nearly there. And guess what? Who is there? This one. So we're going to be having a monetization party very soon.
Soon, yeah.
So very soon. Education could be covered by taxes. However, I've already booked my child into a school next year for, us religious people. So yes, I want my child to learn about God. The private schools, the public schools around here aren't that great.
But yeah, they're
not that great.
Like America.
Yeah, no, I want my child to learn.
She doesn't want her child
properly.
to turn out to be a trans man.
No, I want her to turn out to be a girl. So there's that. And we, as in Sal and I, are going to be covering, guess what? We are going to be covering the Kentucky versus Bryce Rhodes trial, which is the spitter.
Yes.
I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators.
Nothing. Just a random sound I played.
Okay.
I just got a feeling.
God, that was loud.
Oh.
Yes, she is going to one of the Brazil girls' schools. I'm biased. Now, new trial, Kentucky versus Bryce Rhodes. Yes, the man with the thing on his face. Day one, live with EU and Dali. Hit the notification button now. So it'll be, the first day will be on mine, and then we'll be swapping from day to day. Now, I'm going to be staying up all night to run the first day. So from about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, hello, kitty cats. Oh, get a room, you two.
It's got them like licking each other.
Yeah. Now I need your support, guys. We're going to be competing with Vices and other channels, I suppose. Now, when I say competing, love Vices and that. But the thing about it is, here's where you have sort of a small chitty chat, and over there you're in a big chitty chat. So everyone is a big community. No one is like, don't go over there or anything like that. But yeah, it's just a different kind of environment. So here, the way it's going to run is we're going to do the first whole day live, and then we're going to be running every day in the afternoon on 1.5 speed. Now, what I noted is I actually watched what Vices is going to do. He's going to be running it all in his mornings. So Dali, that means that people kind of have the choice whether or not they want to watch the whole thing with him in the mornings or the whole thing with us in the afternoons. So that kind of works out pretty well. But yeah, on the very first day, I'm going to be staying up all night and running. We're going to run the whole thing at normal speed, morning through to the end, to the afternoon. So yeah, it's going to be huge. Everybody, make sure you tune in for that. Go click that link now and hit the notification button. I don't want to be all on my own as I stay up all night. That would be sad. That would be so sad. And Dali's at work in the morning, so I need you guys. Yeah, I need you guys. Make sure you're around. Make sure you subscribe to Dali Talk. Make sure that you are. The other thing is, as you know, as you always know, you need to be subscribed to for live alerts to where is it? For live alerts to myself, Dali Talk, and all friends of MLS. Become a member of Making All Simple Network. Access the Discord, etc. Make sure that you're on there because YouTube notifications suck. Almost like our little friend Laura Owens over there. Because you can't get pregnant that way. And she really should find that out.
Tell that to Mark Jensen.
Yep. Here we call Browns Plains Brown Stains. Browns Plains is a suburb here. We call it Brown Stains. Okay, time to go.
Okay, yeah, I gotta go.
All right. I know you gotta go. I know you gotta go. Okay, bye.
Love you.
All righty. Time to get going. Where's my thing? There it is. See you guys.